Alright y'all, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. We are heading to a piece of public land that I have hunted for about 2 seasons now, and I've seen a lot of good deer and there just couldn't get on them really. Seen some really big bucks, let a lot of small bucks walk and a lot of doe. The whole piece is like super thick. There's kind of some open areas and some fields that are overgrown, but I really want to get in there. I feel like the best time to scout stuff like this is late season. Don't have no new growth, ain't got to deal with bugs or anything like that. So we're got the chance of finding some sheds today as well, which is why I really like going this time of year. But we'll be able to see all the sign that was laid down still from last year. We'll still be able to tell where all that was, the scrapes and rubs and stuff, and be able to see the trails a lot better without everything being all grown up like it would be if I were to go like a month or 2 before season. Could also potentially find a good spot to set up to get after some turkey this year too. Turkey season's coming up real quick this spring, so that is the plan today. We're gonna go basically as soon as I get there, throw the boots on and grab my pack and then in my camera gear and just start walking. We're gonna hit some deer trails, and then I'll have my OnX app pulled up, and we're going to do a lot of marking sign trails, and I'm going to find a few new setups this year, or for later on this year whenever season opens. So that's the plan today. I'm going to film little late I guess it'd be real late season scouting and some shed hunting. So I will update you guys whenever I get into the public a little bit. It's kind of like a big trail. You got to walk in for a ways before you even get into any deer signs. So once I get in there a little ways, I will get the cameras rolling and start updating you guys as I'm scouting this piece and kind of tell you what I'm seeing, what I'm thinking and stuff. So stick around and we'll see what we can find today, guys. All right, guys, you can see this is the main trail coming into this piece of public here. Bike tracks and a bunch of boot tracks, no deer tracks yet. But there will be once we get back in here a little ways. Real good trail coming down little hill here. Some pretty decent tracks in it. Takes off this way. We'll go ahead and walk through all this real thick, nasty stuff. See if we can find some big trail intersection or find some sheds back in here. Looking pretty good back in here. An old rub from last season down here in this little creek bed type thing. This whole piece of public's pretty flat, so there ain't really no elevation changes. So it's kind of hard to tell where these deer are moving if I'm going to get back in the thick stuff and find all the trails and see where we're at. You guys hunting river bottoms, you might know what this is. River cane. It is just as far as you can see back here right now. And these deer seem to really like moving through this stuff, so I want to follow some trails through here and hopefully find some sheds along the deer trails. There's just deer poop like covering the entire trails back here, so you know they got to be using these trails a lot. So this might be an area to set up in if I can find a good intersection where all the trails cross. It's just every couple steps, guys, there's poop or tracks just everywhere in here. You can definitely get up in one of these trees around here and still have a decent shot at one. This wouldn't be a bad spot here. We got a big trail going this way, guys. Got a big trail going this way. It's hard to tell in this stuff, but in person you really tell that these trails are traveled hard, and they're not just gonna like mindlessly walk through this stuff. They're gonna be on the trail. So setting up here where these trails cross, like on one of these big trees right here, would be perfect. So I might mark this spot. The only bad thing is it's not noisy and stuff. It's too hard to get back in here quietly. But I think we got back in here early. Real early. Haven't jumped anything up. Haven't seen any beds yet, so hopefully they're bedded off in the distance. And these other trails are coming whenever they get up. Kind of hard to tell. These trees here We're all rubbed up. Hopefully there's a bunch more back in here that are all rubbed up. Yeah, all these trees over here, those are all rubbed up from this past season. A lot of trails intersect right here. Probably mark this spot as well. I'm gonna go check out this other little sea of river cane over here. You guys can see right there. This whole ground is just tore up from deer tracks right here, guys. Nice big old rub there. A bunch of other rubs all down through here as well. This might be a pretty good spot here. Old rub there too. These are just all deer tracks right here, guys. Looks like mud. There's deer tracks all over. Get on one of these trails and follow it. See if we can see where these deer are bedded. Another rubs all over in here. A lot of people would find this big open area here and think, oh man, I could see a long ways. That's where I'm going to set up so I can get some eyes on them, which might not be a bad idea if you get eyes on them, but if there's plenty of thick cover for these deer to move through and feed on in the thicket, there ain't no reason, and they have water and everything, there ain't no reason for them to come out in the open if they don't have to, guys. I definitely like getting into the thick, nasty stuff, and a lot of the times I see a lot more deer in there. There's a big rub there, guys. That tree is tore up over there. Another tree right here, broken half. So I mean the deer do, there's another rub over there. So the deer do move through these little open areas, guys, but on this piece of public I haven't seen them really do that until dark. But we're gonna keep on walking, see what we can find back in this thick stuff here. Another rub. Couple more around here too. Somebody makes the haul back here. There's a climber on a tree over there. Supposed to have those out of here by now. But somebody makes the hike all the way back in here to hunt. Pretty good area too. Big trail crossing this little opening here. I'm not only looking for deer sign, guys, I'm also looking for, like that climber over there, looking for human sign. I want to see where people don't hunt as much either. A lot of times the big bucks will avoid people, so find where the people aren't. Sometimes you find where the deer are. So I'll take this trail that crosses this opening here, go back into this thicket. I got the wind at my back, so I probably won't get close enough to anything to film it, but that's alright. Kind of got like a big open trench deal. Kind of a little valley here. Take this nice deer trail across and hopefully find some sheds back up in here. Well, guys, as soon as I said that, I just jumped a bunch of deer up right over there. We're gonna go see if we can see where they were bedded at. See if we can find any antlers around there. Maybe sometimes when we jump these deer up, their antlers will just fall off, so hopefully we'll walk straight at them. See if we can see their beds. Didn't see exactly where these deer got up from, guys, but I'm up here where they ran. There's a huge buck track there. Real big track there. Pretty good trail going this way. Imagine this is the trail that they ran on. So we're gonna walk this trail, see if we can find any sheds, hopefully. A lot of buck tracks on here, so. And that rub looks pretty dang fresh there. It's pretty wild. Ton of buck sign over here, guys. This might be a spot that Mark can set up at for sure. I don't know if those deer were actually bedded or not. I mean, it's getting late in the evening. They could have just been up moving around. Hey guys, this is right where those deer ran. And there's just big tracks all over this trail. So we're definitely gonna do our best to stay on this one. Definitely a lot of buck tracks. Tracks through here. Some pretty good ones for sure. This guy wasn't very high off the ground. That thing looks super old. That's crazy. Way back in here, guys. Try to find on some trails, walk around back here, see if we can find anything. We're way far away, so we might have to start making our way back pretty soon. I got a flashlight, so no big deal. Nice rub here. Big trail going along through here. And a nice stand right there. Man, I can't believe people come back this far. We're a couple miles deep, guys. There's a bunch of deer, guys. Jumped up a couple doe over there. Pretty sure they were doe, unless they were bucks without antlers. We'll go over there and check it out, see if we can find their beds. They definitely came up out of beds, I'm pretty sure. Alright guys, I found another really good buck trail here. Some real big tracks on it. Let's pray we can find something on this big trail here. And then I have to go loop around and start headed back. Some bones out here, guys. There's no sign that anybody's even been anywhere close to where I am. So we gotta start heading back. Got a ton of good spots marked there. Jumped up some deer bedded out here, guys. Just a couple doe. They actually might have been on this trail out here. I'm on a big beat down trail out in the middle of this field. This grass is so tall you can't even see over it, but there's a trail going right through it. Might not be a bad spot to set up out here. This little group of trees. Set up in this group of trees and this trail goes right by it. You see these deer again. There they go. Just a couple doe, no bucks. From what I can tell. Heck yeah. Alright guys, well I still got a little bit of daylight here. I'm walking back now. Found a lot of good areas that I'm definitely going to set up. Marked a bunch of stand locations where I'm going to definitely hunt next year. One area was a spot that I had marked on the map but never managed to get back that far. And I made it back that far today, and sorry, I'm out of breath. Ton of just trails everywhere. Deer poop everywhere, just rubs, scrapes, everything. So kind of knew that spot would be good, being so far back, and just looking at the maps, I knew it'd be good. So that is definitely one of the first spots I'll be trying next year. Like pretty much mostly buck tracks back there too. Didn't see a whole lot of doe tracks on the trails I was on, but hope you guys enjoyed that little video, just looking at some deer sign and finding some spots for next year. Like I said, this is one of the best times to go. See all the trails real good. See a long way in the woods. Had a chance of finding some sheds, although we didn't find any today. But figured out a lot. Only walked like a quarter of this piece. It's big, so definitely get back out here again and walk the rest of it. But before I get out of here, go ahead and hit that sub down below for me, guys. And thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys next time.